Allahumma barik wa sallim nahmadu nasalli ala rasulil karim amma ba'. The journey and its hazards. Any journey has its difficulty and sufferings. Our Sharia, having taken that into consideration, allowed that any salat consisting of 4 rak'ats should be reduced to 2 while on travel. Rasulullah SAW himself said about travel, travel is a portion of suffering of hellfire. Therefore, traveling means inconvenience and difficulty. So, come what may, any traveler to the holy places will undergo some suffering en route. But bearing in mind that his journey to the Kaabah is a journey in search of the beloved one, one should behave on the road like a lover seeking the beloved who in turn awaits him. So whenever he hears, whether he hears abusive language directed at himself, or whether he is being sworn at, or whether stones are cast on him, no matter what difficulty he encounters, the Haji should go ahead to the destination undeterred by any such obstacle. And by tolerating all suffering and hardships in patience, one's reward is increased. In cases where such hardships are not contrary in effect to the interests of our deen and health. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullahi mentions an interesting point by saying, whatever person spends on this journey should be spent with pleasure, and whether loss of life or wealth one's experiences should be borne with patience, because such things are the signs of a Hajj that is accepted by Allah. To experience difficulty on the journey of Hajj is like spending in the way of jihad, where 1 dirham is rewarded up to 700 times. To experience pain and hardships on Hajj is similar to the experience of hardship of jihad. It should be noted that all hardships and losses endured are not forgotten by Allah, but are in turn turned into rewards. Ishaf. Rasulullah SAW said to Aisha radiyallahu anha, verily the reward of your umrah is increased according to the extent of one hardship. This does not mean a person should create unnecessary or unnatural difficulties for himself. For such artificial difficulties, there is no reward. One hadith in Bukhari illustrates this. Once Rasulullah SAW passed a person whose hands are tied with rope. Another man was pulling him by the rope around the Kaabah for tawaf. Apparently the person was blind or had some other difficulty. Rasulullah SAW cut the rope and said, lead him and pull him by the hand. Another time Rasulullah SAW saw 2 persons tied together by a rope going towards Mecca. Rasulullah SAW asked, what is this? They replied, we made a vow that we will proceed towards Kaabah tied together like this. Rasulullah SAW said, cut the rope, such a vow is wrong. A vow is only made for righteous deeds, and what you are doing is of shaitan. Aini Bukhari. Going to Hajj on foot is a praiseworthy act, but only if one can bear the burden of it. At the beginning of this book, we quoted the verse, and proclaim the pilgrims among men. They will come to you on foot and on every camel, and every kind of camel, lean on account of journeys through deep and distant mountain highways. One will notice that those coming on foot are mentioned before those on camel. Some ulama therefore deduced from this that travelling for Hajj on foot is more virtuous than travelling by any other means of conveyance. The ulama have gone as far as to say that for those people who have the habit of performing Hajj on foot, it is not necessary for them to have the means of transport before Hajj becomes obligatory on them. When they are healthy and have the strength of body, and when the road is safe with sufficient food and drink, Hajj becomes compulsory on them. See Aini. The great blessings of travelling for Hajj on foot have also been expounded by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah give us taufiq to put all this into practice and convey to others. Subhanallah bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Taqabbalallah.